I want Hey Brother?
Yeah.
You want to start with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey brother, and welcome everyone to another edition of Jay vs. Ben, where today we are taking on the ultimate Chamber of Secrets quiz.
This one's gonna be very tricky because we just concluded our What If Harry Potter Was in Slytherin series.
Yeah.
And Chamber of Secrets is really all about Harry's allegiance to like being in Gryffindor house and what that means. And all I can think is that our version of Harry being in Slytherin was pretty solid.
I mean, it was pretty amazing, you know? I feel like I'm still sort of juggling two canons in my head, and this is like an entire book's worth of trivia. So it's like, who knows? Was the basilisk good? Was the basilisk bad? Who's to say? You know what they say: you die the villain or live long enough to see yourself become the hero. Basilisk.
Or a really giant snake that eats a smaller snake.
Exactly.
That's otherwise a kind of large snake. Spoilers. Anyway, let's dive on in. In case you guys are new to the Jay versus Ben format, this is how it is going to work. Kangaroo Cat is on the other end of the camera and is going to be reading us today's 10 standard quiz questions, plus an additional 5 questions from our quizmasters over on Patreon.
Ben and I will have to answer all of the questions completely from memory unless we both agree we have no idea, in which case Miss Kangaroo Cat can give us the multiple choice. If you'd like to play along with us, there's also a link to this quiz in the description down below. Are you ready?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Let's do it.
It literally says, first things first, an easy one. What is the name of the second book? This is a really hard one, guys.
Wow,
I don't know if you're gonna get it.
This is
last time there was like a potential trickiness, whether it was American or British version.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
It wasn't. That wasn't even one of the options in the multiple
Yeah.
choice for the American one.
Yeah.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Prisoner of Azkaban.
It's actually Goblet of Fire, so
Oh.
yeah, Chamber of Secrets is correct.
There you go. We
Ding.
got it. Boom. Off to a good start. I'm feeling confident.
A good start. Proud of you guys.
That one was pretty obvious.
I have a feeling we're gonna get a lot of that today.
Gotta be honest. This is the Gilderoy Lockhart book, you guys. Everyone's favorite.
Other potential absolutely likely correct answers to questions on this quiz would include the color lilac.
Yep.
Which birthday is nearly Headless Nick celebrating?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotcha.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just trying to predict other obvious chamber questions.
Yeah.
Alrighty, question number 2. What was the name of the house elf that tried to stop Harry from returning to Hogwarts? AKA probably Cat's favorite character.
Cat, don't be ridiculous. Gilderoy Lockhart's not even a house elf.
I'm
Come on, man.
right, sorry, I forgot who I work for.
Do you want his like common name or like formal version of it?
Common name?
Okay, all right, that's what I went with. 3, 2, 1.
Dobby.
Dobbert.
Dobbert. Okay, I was about to say.
Dobbert.
I like to think
You've
that
been really
Dobbert.
Yes.
loopy with your letters
Dobbert
today, man.
is correct, but I will also accept Dobby,
Dobbert.
which is the actual answer.
It goes by Dob.
Yeah. I recently read an article that said that bad handwriting is indicative of intelligence because it means that your brain is working faster than your hands.
Yeah.
Look at you,
Yeah.
you're so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just
You're
did a good
exceedingly
job
smart.
of researching something to make me sound good.
Exactly, yeah, right. I'm like, I don't know, I knew a lot of straight A student girls in high school who had really amazing looking handwriting, so.
There is like a certain kind of like bubble handwriting
Yes.
that it seemed like a bunch of students had that like I was always like, how is it the same?
It is-
like,
it
it's
is a-
not even how we learned to write letters, and yet I have known many people that have the same style of like bubble handwriting.
Yeah, Beth at one point started picking up like hand lettering or something. I think that's the name of the art style. And it was like all of a sudden she could just like learn to write differently. And it was like, I have been trying to write neatly my entire like life and am bad at it. And you just like on a whim decided to like write the alphabet new and can now do it really well.
That's as neatly as I can write my name.
Well, this is also like on an iPad and like a weird angle. Let's see if I can do it.
Let me see.
There it is.
That's pretty nice.
That's okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Pretty okay.
It looks actually similar to my handwriting, which I would personally say it's average, but some people have told me I have good handwriting.
There you go. This is bad, I feel like. It's not great. I feel like it's got a little bit of wiggle on it.
It's a little wonky.
You know what? Yours looks like a font.
But it's not bad.
Mine looks like a font?
Yeah.
That's a real... you know what? That's a really nice... you should tell people that. Be like, your handwriting looks like a font.
Oh, it's like complimenting somebody's shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. New one. Your handwriting, like, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Can I please see you write the alphabet?
Yeah.
There's something I want to tell you.
But you can only tell them if you mean it, remember?
It's true. You can only tell them if you mean it.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Good rule. Good rule.
Good rule.
Good reminder.
And now for the first Quizmaster question of the game. This question was submitted by Dola and Samuel Lager and voted on by patrons. All right. Which book by Lockhart was Hermione reading when Ron received the Howler?
Oh, man. That is a good question that I'm not sure I know the answer to. This is like the multiple choice won't help.
I know, right? Because it's just going to be like...
I know what the books are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This is one that came to mind first. No, I'm changing it. If it was that, I'm going to be so mad.
Okay, I'm gonna write my my sleeper pick down here in the corner, but this is the one I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Travels with Trolls.
I said Year with the Yeti.
It is actually neither of those. It is Voyages with Vampires.
Oh, Vampires!
Yeah.
Man, my initial thought was also Year with the Yeti.
Okay.
And then I went to Travels with Trolls, and I was like, you know what? There's a sleeper pick for Magical Me. Also not that.
Okay, so is it, what is the Banshee one? Is it Breakfast with Banshee?
It is it's not breakfast.
Not breakfast?
I know that.
Okay, Breakfast with Banshee just seems like a great, like, a great way to have a brunch-related cookbook.
Right.
You
Breakfast
know?
with the Banshee.
Breakfast with the Banshee.
It's loud, but you deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By Ben Carlin.
By Ben Carlin.
Question 4. Which Hogwarts founder was said to have created the Chamber of Secrets?
Oh, now come on.
Wow. Said to have? As if it's a rumor.
Okay.
You know, that guy loved...
Yeah, plot twist.
Plot twist.
That guy loved a good man cave.
Yeah, you know.
Known fact
about
the one, the only...
Salazar Slytherin.
Indeed.
So I like to call him Sally Slytherin.
I personally like to think that I feel like in my own headcanon, the chamber is like really misunderstood. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
that like he wasn't really trying to kill people, and that the basilisk was like a means of protection for the school, but like years of misinformation and Voldemort and like blood purity sort of becoming like a thing really skews Voldemort's thing. It's like I feel like the crack between Slytherin and Gryffindor is a misunderstood thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
This is why we need a really high quality founder series.
If only.
Has, you know, just creative cues from a particular YouTube channel on the internet. Warner Brothers, hi.
Hey, what's happening, yo?
We'd be interested. You got to put it out into you got to put it out into the ether every once in a while. You know, just remind folk that you're into it.
Yeah.
You know, that way they know.
That way they know. And then they know.
And then they know.
And they know.
And then we'll...
Question 5. When Mr. and Mrs. Mason came around for dinner at the Dursleys, what pudding did Petunia make?
What? Pudding?
It is fairly specific.
I mean...
Looks like Jay's got something.
I get this is my answer.
This is also one of those odd, like British words.
Right, where like pudding just means dessert.
Yeah. It always threw me.
Yeah, like to me, it's like, oh, pudding. Like people in the UK just really love a big bowl of pudding.
just like a whole bunch of
like
it.
Pudding is a very specific thing here.
Is this packet or
just
homemade?
like, yeah, right. It's just like a big splat of goop. Pudding is something you can get a good splat out of. You know?
Oh, you can get a great splat. Yeah, absolutely. Like if I ever had like one of those large towers you could drop stuff off of, I'd probably drop some pudding.
What do you think they call like pudding? Pudding.
Goop.
Goop? We'll have some goop for pudding.
Almost glue.
Almost glue.
Okay, I feel like I don't have a very good answer for this because I don't think I remember.
Okay.
Anyway, 3, 2, 1.
Yorkshire pudding.
I said lavender with cherries.
Ooh.
You're both incorrect. It is whipped cream and sugared violets.
Whipped cream and sugar
violets are like lavender.
You were close.
You were pretty close.
But
I feel like I want to
cigar.
go to the tape from the film and see whether or not it is a lavender colored pudding.
I don't think it is.
cherries.
I think it's like light green.
and purple with like a bunch of raspberries.
It does
on
have like something red on top.
Yeah.
It looks more like a trifle,
A trifle.
which is one of
Wow.
the answers. But in the
Oh.
movie, it does look like a trifle. But I think in the book, it does say whipped cream and sugar
I wrote
violets.
down Yorkshire pudding, and in my mind, I'm like, I was like, this, even though it says pudding in the title, I feel like it's one of those British things where it's actually like a really savory thing.
It could be.
Yeah, like
know,
it's like there's like
Yorkshire
beef
pie.
in it.
Yeah. It's like, or like, what comes in the full English breakfast? That's like
Blood sausages.
the blood sausages, but they're
And
called
beans.
something else. Yeah.
and beans.
And beans. Yeah. Oh, the side of baked beans.
Baked beans.
Kippers, bangers and mash. All
I
that,
do like
whatever.
bangers mash.
Well, anyway, you guys tell me what Yorkshire pudding is. Is it a delicious dessert, or is it like the trifle Joey makes in Friends?
Let us know in the towel section down below. And now it's time for the second Quizmaster question of the game. This question was submitted by Andrew Buick and voted on by patrons. Which year did nearly headless Nick die?
That is such an interesting question.
I think that I know,
I think
but
it has
I'm not
to be-
sure I know.
Oh boy, I almost made such a horrible mistake. I subtracted from the wrong. That would have been so dumb.
I think I know.
This has got to be
I
right.
think I know.
It has to be.
Okay, are we ready?
Let me. Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
1, 2.
1492.
It was 1492.
Wow.
When Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
You think he knew him?
Yeah, you know what? It's possible.
It is possible.
There is like this like I don't know how or why it could be a fun theory or how it would be relevant, but in my most recent reread of Half-Blood Prince, when Harry goes into the room of requirement to hide his book,
Yeah.
there is like a blood-stained axe
Oh.
like leaning against one of the walls, and I was like, was nearly headless Nick beheaded at school?
It was with a blunt axe.
Yeah.
So that'd be surprising though. I thought it was for like performing dentistry, wasn't it?
It is. I mean, that's why.
Right.
But, like,
did
yeah.
it happen at the castle?
Yeah, but then like did they like take him? Like, was the castle in 1492 like a much more like
medieval place.
medieval or even just like common ground for like wizarding activities before they would have like a ministry
Could
of
be.
magic or
Well,
something?
it's like, there's like this weird thing where it's like Filch always talks about like he has the whips and like there are chains in the dungeon and like he references things like thumb screws and it's like as if these were former practices and it's like why was that ever the case?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good point.
You know,
It's
like-
the school should just get rid of those and
Yeah.
any record of like
Yeah.
use of them.
Like why? Yeah, it seems like at one point they were used, which is weird. Everyone's all mad at Slytherin, but like the other three must have gone along with it.
I mean, they had thumb screws.
They have.
You
them.
don't just have thumb screws.
Exactly.
Question number 7. When Harry and Ron met Aragog in the Forbidden Forest, what did he say his wife's name was?
Oh man, one of the most classic Harry Potter trivia questions of all time, dare I say.
I know, and yet somehow I still feel like I confuse this with like a different fictional character.
Female spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I have the right one or not.
Mm,
But anyway, 3, 2, 1.
Lasag.
Oh! I said
It is
Morag.
Mosag, and
Yeah.
Morag was an incorrect, like, multiple choice, so I don't think I can give you that.
that.
this always.
Sorry, Benjam.
I hate it. I don't. You know,
Point J.
I was just reading an article the other day that forgetfulness is actually a sign of intelligence.
Who am I?
But you know what? I think it feels like as good a time as any to go and refresh my brain.
Man.
I'm off.
Don't just go forget more things. Bye.
Hello and welcome everybody to a truly beautiful day for the Scenic Group, where today I'm going to tell you about today's sponsor, Honey.
But before that, I feel like I'm going to give you guys a headstand update. It's been a minute. Still got it.
But I'm sure you guys will be shocked to discover that when I'm not practicing my headstands, I'm also doing a considerable amount of online shopping between my personal life and multiple businesses. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure how many of you would actually be all that shocked, because it is 2022 and it seems like all of us have done nothing but online shopping for like the past 2 years. The question is whether or not you always have one of those precious promo codes at checkout. Luckily, thanks to Honey, this is actually a thing of the past, because what Honey does is automatically scour the entire internet for the best available promo code and automatically applies it to your cart. This worked out great for me this past weekend, where I was doing a 2-night backpacking adventure and needed lots of little new doodads for my pack. So I'm sure you can only imagine my elation when I got to checkout and discovered that all of my freeze-dried food was actually going to be 15% off. This ended up actually being a lifesaver for me, because I was saving 15%. I was actually able to buy 1 additional pack of food, and when our trip ran long, I needed it badly. This ended up working out really good for me, because when I saved 15%, I was like, well, let me go ahead and apply that and purchase 1 more meal, which came in handy when our hike ran long and I was exhausted and starving. Seriously, if you're not using Honey, you could just literally be missing out on free savings. Seriously, if you're not already using Honey, you could just literally be missing out on free savings. And it doesn't just work on your desktop, it will actually work on your iPhone too. Just launch it in the Safari browser and boom, you're on your way to savings. Plus, it is absolutely free to sign up when you head on over to joinhoney.com/J-versus-B. Again, that's going to be joinhoney.com/J-versus-B. It is completely free to sign up. Link is in the description down below.
Well, while Ben is out hiding the Carlin Brothers coffee honey again, great news, I can tell you about a different Carlin Brothers coffee product we have that we have just launched and are super excited about. It's our Carlin Brothers Bike Blend. It is our first new blend of coffee since the original blend, and it is delicious. It is super smooth and it has like a blueberry flavor to it. It's a really good breakfast coffee. Plus, what's really fun about it is that 100% of the proceeds from the Carlin Brothers Bike Blend go to building mountain bike trails here in Roanoke, Virginia, where we live. So if that sounds good to you and you want to give it a try, go over to carlinbrotherscoffee.com. And if coffee's not your thing, not to worry. We have other things like hot chocolate and tea, and of course, honey, candles. There's a puzzle. We got all sorts of stuff over there. It's worth just checking out. And then if you're really just not sure and you want to like try it in person first, well then great news. Ben and I are about to do a live show of our podcast, Popcorn Culture, at an event in Roanoke in a couple of weeks on October 15th at 2 p.m. That's Go Fest in Roanoke. Ben and I are doing a live show of our podcast, Popcorn Culture. And afterwards, we'll be doing a meet and greet with anyone who wants to come see the show. We will be at the Carlin Brothers Coffee booth at GoFest. So if you're gonna be in town, or if you've ever heard us talk about GoFest and wanna come check it out, this would be a great opportunity to experience the event, check out Roanoke, and meet us. Hope to see you there.
All right. My brain's feeling a little bit better. I feel like I'll be extra sharp for the rest of the session.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. That's true. I say that with no basis for it at all. None whatsoever.
All right, question 8.
All right.
What item of clothing did Dobby receive which set him free?
Yes, good question. Excellent question.
How specific do we have to be here?
Not very.
Okay, great.
Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Sock.
It was a sock.
It was a sock. How specific were you getting? Like the left
hairy sock?
Oh, okay. I was like, you can't do like a left or right sock.
I have labeled socks, Cat.
I have
Why?
left and right socks.
Sometimes they have like compression technology in like the thing, and it's supposed to hug like the arch of your foot or something. So if you put it on the wrong side, then
Gotcha.
I just label all my socks so that you know I know which ones are which, and then that way, if I only have 2 rights left in my drawer, then you know I don't have a matching pair, and I throw them both out.
Yeah, exactly.
I read recently an article that
if you label your socks. I would tell you, man, that sounds dumb.
And now it's time for the third Quizmaster question of the game. This question was submitted by Runel Waslib, Flying Sleepy Mansion, and Sid, and voted on by patrons. I like that we got a Runel Waslib in there.
Runel Waslib.
Good old Runel Waslib.
I know your nickname is Potter.
That was really good. All right. What comic book does Ron have in his room?
What? In chamber?
Yes.
Ron's reading a comic book.
Yes.
Well. This changes things.
I could give you the multiple choice, but I don't know how much it's going to help.
I would go for it because
I would go for it as well.
Okay.
So I've got like nothing. It's like, did the Chuddly cannons have some kind of?
Yeah. I feel like maybe this could stir a memory.
Yeah.
All right. So all of the multiple choice are going to follow the same sort of pattern. So just write the little middle part. It's The Adventures of blank blank, the Mad Muggle. The Adventures of Martin Midge, Marty Moore, Melvin Max, or Morgan Muntz, the Mad Muggle.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I said A.
I said Martin Midge.
Yeah.
It is A.
Yes! It sounded the most Wizarding Worldy.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
I was like, I don't know what about it. This sounds like a thing. Martin Midge, the Mad Muggle.
I wonder what his adventures are.
Me too. Maybe someone should do like a fan fiction.
It's so funny that they would
I
have
feel like
comic
it probably
books
exists.
because like they're all just every wizard just like has superpowers, you know? Like
Kinda, yeah.
So like I guess there are comic books that are not superhero themed that are mania themed.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like would they have do you think wizards have superheroes? I guess like Lockhart is sort of like presenting himself as one.
I mean, they have the chocolate frog cards, which are like trading cards for, you know, I mean, that's about as close as you get to like action figures.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess
So,
he has like a Crumb action figure.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But like, it makes me wonder if like anybody like almost like was a big fan of Albus Dumbledore and like gets to school, like your headmaster is like the principal of your school is like your hero.
Right.
Every principal's dream.
I had to write an essay for school and I wrote about you, Mr. Mason.
You know Dudley's got a Mr. Mason comic book.
You know it.
Yeah.
Mr. Mason, the Mad Muggle.
Mr. Mason, the Mad
naming
Muggle.
convention.
All right, question 10. Who was petrified at the same time as Hermione Granger?
Ah, man, it's...
I got you, dude. In which version? I wouldn't change it.
In the original.
In the original.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
1,
ready?
2, 3.
Good old Penelope Clearwaters.
It is Penelope Clearwater.
Bam!
Sorry, Benjam.
That's right.
Oh yeah, because Percy gets
All flustered, yeah.
All in a tizzy.
All in
I
a
know.
tizzy.
I wouldn't have even remembered that Penelope Clearwater got stung by a basilisk.
Stung.
Stung.
Like he's got little jellyfish tentacles, like.
It's just like that's what
he does.
It's got these great big like yellow eyes, but also like these kind of like wimpy little tentacles. So
Yeah.
it's like
Question 11. On which floor is the girls' bathroom that Moaning Myrtle haunts?
Is that right? That doesn't seem right.
okay, I have a guess.
Okay.
1, 2.
The Thoid? Okay, well, we're either right together or wrong together.
You are wrong together. It's the first.
The first!
Which I think I guessed third when I was taking this quiz.
I
It's
disagree.
because Fluffy is on the third floor corridor.
Could be.
Honestly, though, I would have thought first,
I
but
mean,
I was between third and second.
I feel like it makes sense to me because, like, they got to go to the chamber from there, so it would make sense for it to be on the lowest floor. It doesn't have to be,
you know
but
what?
it makes sense to me.
The Philosopher's Stone chamber is entered by the third floor.
That is true. Yeah, Hogwarts doesn't make any sense.
That's true.
Yeah, I'd like to see the
Stairs are
blueprints
made
for
up
that
and the
castle.
classes don't matter.
That was good.
That was pretty good. And now it's time for the fourth Quizmaster question of the game. This question was submitted by Andrew Buick and voted on by patrons.
Andrew just hitting up all the
I
stops.
know. Which class did Professor Sinstra teach?
It has to be this.
That is quite the whistle there, Ben.
Yeah, this has to be right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I hope it's this.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Astronomy.
Oh, I said arithmancy.
It's astronomy.
Oh!
Ben!
I almost went for like arithmancy or ancient runes, but like it's year 2, so Hermione hasn't even started taking the extra classes yet. So those classes haven't even been introduced yet.
In the test that Lockhart set Harry's class, what do we learn is Lockhart's favorite color?
We got this one.
He's gonna put some flourish on it.
Yeah.
Appropriately.
3, 2, 1. Lilac. I looked, but I wrote purple and purple.
Oh, that's what it was. Yes, it is lilac. See, I told you so.
Oh,
we got that one. We got that one.
You got that one. So proud.
Leroy.
Question 14. In the singing Valentine that Harry gets, what are his eyes compared to?
Oh.
Oh, looks like Ben's got it.
Oh, wait, hang on. How specific?
There are two adjectives and a noun. I don't know.
I think this
Or
is
I guess
it.
an adverb, an adjective, and a noun.
If this seems weird,
Do we just
to me,
how specific do we need to be?
There's an
If we get the noun, will we be correct?
No.
No?
No.
this is one of those moments. I need the hourglass function back. Do 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 do. Bop, ba-da,
Okay.
bop. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, you figure it out.
Well, we'll see.
All right, on the count of 1, 2, 3.
I said a toad. Green speckled, that is.
Ooh, it's a fresh pickled toad.
Fresh pickled! No, green speckled! Yes! So close! A fresh pickled toad. That doesn't sound green at all. Sounds like yellow. Have you
It
seen
doesn't
the jar
sound
of
romantic
pickles?
either.
Nothing about the song is romantic.
Green as a fresh pickled toad.
Yep.
I just
Man.
recently picked some fresh jalapenos from my garden that my good friend Michael.
You gonna fresh pickle them jalapenos?
He fresh pickled them for me. He said they are the hottest thing he's ever eaten.
Ever eaten? I don't believe that because I personally have eaten a raw ghost pepper with Michael Austin.
He said that he didn't even bite it. He just put it in his mouth and his eyes started watering.
Well, I bet he's just blacked out.
don't think those are
I'm gonna
regular
take this
jalapenos,
up
my
with him
man.
on the hike tomorrow.
Okay.
Because we suffered together, Mike. We suffered.
Friends who suffer together stay together forever.
And black out the memories.
Yeah.
Okay, and now it is time for the 5th and final Quizmaster question of the game. This question was submitted by Amber Nowak, Wondersmith, Adam Brewer, and Andrew D. Griffin, and voted on by patrons. What was the name of the girl who made fun of Myrtle's glasses?
Oh my goodness, come on now.
It is this. Okay, I think I have it.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Olive Hornby.
It is Olive Hornby.
Boom!
Good job.
Olive.
And that's it.
Hornby!
It's still a Ben win, though. Or a J win.
Oh, you gave me false
I know,
hope
I'm
for a
sorry. I
second.
didn't mean to. It's a J win. I'm sorry.
Yay me!
But only by 2 points. You came back there in just a little bit at the end. Sad face.
Sad face, sad face, sad face. Guys, as this was a book 2 quiz, aka the Chamber of Secrets, which heavily features the basilisk, I wanted to take this moment to show off some of the awesome basilisk eating Nagini artwork we got submitted back from the What If Harry Was in Slytherin series, since we didn't have a follow-up episode to finally present them, and this felt like the right one, because, you know, it's about the basilisk.
It is about the basilisk, and it also, I was drawing a basilisk.
Wow.
Poorly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's-
Look at that.
that's
Those are
just
tremendous
beautiful.
art skills you have
It looks
there.
like he's wearing Harry's
It does.
glasses.
Did you steal the glasses?
Well, you know, and then also, hang on, tentacles.
Yeah, there's his tentacles.
They go in every direction.
Yeah.
These are kind of curly tentacles up top. It's a little bit of a creepy creature.
Oh.
Anyway, the other thing that's very exciting about the drawings of the basilisk is the fact that through the entire month of October, SCB will be having an event called SCB Drawtober.
Right. Every single day of the month, we will have a brand new drawing prompt. Here is the calendar right here. Take a screenshot if you want, or you can head over to our Discord server where it'll be posted all month. All you have to do is follow the prompt, draw whatever it is, and then share the photo with us with hashtag SCBDrawtober.
Also, the stakes are kind of high on this one, if this is your thing. Jay and I are looking for some fresh pieces of artwork to actually feature on the set behind us here. So some of the drawings from SCBDrawtober will actually be selected to go on that back wall.
Yes, so really looking forward to see whatever you guys come up with. It's gonna be really cool.
It's gonna be really fun.
And how do they get to our Discord, guys?
That's gonna be patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers. And if you are not in our Discord server and you would like to share the artwork with us, I would recommend tagging @CarlinBrothers on Instagram, and again, use the hashtag SCBDrawtober. Guys, look, I drew another basilisk eating Nagini.
Wow.
Nagini is like the small noodle hanging from the basilisk giant fangs.
As if it was nothing but dental floss. But guys, speaking of Patreon, we also need to give a huge shout out to all of our quiz masters today who submitted questions for today's quiz, including Dola,
Samuel,
Andrew Buick,
Bruno Waslib,
Flying Sleeping Mansion,
Sid,
Amber Nowak,
Wondersmith,
Adam Brewer,
Andrew D. Griffin.
Thank you guys all so much for all of your amazing questions, which I have to say were much harder than the ones on the actual quiz. If you think you can stump us and want to become a quiz master, you can head over to patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers.
But guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you would like to check out our entire 8-part What If series where we determine what the story would have looked like if Harry had been sorted into Slytherin, you can check that out right over here.
Otherwise, until next time,
Bye!